So many questions. Obviously, we're talking about the war. It becomes an emotional tug of war with many people, doesn't it? Because you hear the words patriotism, freedom, communist enslavement, and you think sometimes people get emotionally involved in it rather than rationally exploring it?
Today, yes. But that is the whole trend of today's culture, is that people act on the direction of their emotions.
What is your answer to the people who say if we do not stay fast in Vietnam and we leave, that all of Asia will follow and eventually we will be fighting the war in the United States?
I would say Asia is not the place to start opposing communism. I would say we have given up so much in Europe, where if you want to defend civilization, I say if, that's the place to begin. But strictly speaking, if we wanted to save the world from communism, it's not necessary to go to war. All what we have to do is stop helping them economically, stop building bridges to them, which have supported them for 50 years now. That country would collapse of its own evil if the semi-free world did not constantly help them.
Now, you were born in Russia.
Yes.
You were born in now Leningrad, St. Petersburg,
right.
Then at the time. Obviously, you were tremendously opposed to communism, and it's what it stands for.
Not for that reason.
But not for that reason.
No.
Because of the evil of...
Of the idea of communism. I've never been particularly patriotic about Russia, because I was very young at the time of the revolution. I was 12. But the whole Russian culture, I am opposed to it. It is a mystical culture. All that I like about Russia is some of her writers and some of her music, but that's about all. I am much more American in fundamental principles than I'm Russian.
You think it is possible to live, now we have existed fairly well with Yugoslavia and some of the other countries who are communistic without too much problem. Do you think it's possible in the long run to coexist with a communist China? This seems to be the big fight of the Western world, is the containment of communist China.
A free country can coexist with anyone, and incidentally free the rest of the world. By example, if it is free itself and if it has a firm domestic and foreign policy. Remember that the United States destroyed tyranny, serfdom, and slavery all over the world, not by fighting wars, by example, by free trade. A free country destroys barriers gradually, but for that you need a proper political philosophy. We had the beginnings of it in the 19th century, not the full case, and we lost the case. Why did we lose? Because capitalism cannot coexist with the morality of altruism.